So within the product of Dreamdata, like how much AI do you leverage really like across the board?
Yep. So there's probably three ways. There's the old school AI that you might think of like machine learning, and that's what's most useful when you're thinking about complex numbers and doing complex math. Generative AI, not so great when doing calculations with lots of math and data points, but it can be great to interact with as a UI layer, as long as you've got a strong data set underneath it. And that's where you kind of see a lot of AI agents failing, where there's not a good data model underlying it. Um, there's a study done last summer that in AI world is like 10 years ago. But there was a study done around like agents are failing, and I'm not going to name the company, but they were failing at a 40 to 70% rate. And that's not software, that's a roulette table. And so I think, if you're going to be making decisions on how you spend money, you've got to make sure that the underlying data model is super strong. And so we we try to solve for two problems, one of which is, of course, hallucinations. How do you build a data model that eliminates or reduces hallucinations down to very small fraction? But then there's the other problem that you have where users still aren't very good at interacting with an AI agent and asking a question where we call it kind of wrong question, correct answer. So you ask
Mhm.
a question, let's say, for example, it's January 3rd, and I ask, hey, how many MQLs did we produce this year? And the answer is none, because January 3rd was still, it's still the weekend this year. And so what you really meant to ask was, how many MQLs did I produce last year? Because you still thought it was 2025 year. That's a very simple example, but those are the kind of things that you want to avoid. And so we utilize AI generated summaries in our platform.
Mhm.
We utilize AI generated signals. And what that does, it's a combination of machine learning type style AI with generative AI. So we're basically looking at what are the signals that are showing they produced the best quality SQL or have the best chance to lead to a closed won deal. And that's done through a machine learning AI. And then, of course, so we generate the descriptions and how you should utilize that signal through our AI signals.